What up, G-Life? It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys comment, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Share if possible because it does help my channel. And make sure to check out the playlist. The playlist is on the home screen. That's where I have all the videos in their own folders. Makes the video you're looking for a lot easier. You know, that way you don't have to keep scrolling. They're in their own categories. And make sure you guys press the like and subscribe. It don't cost anything and you'll be helping my channel out a lot. Now, what I wanted to talk about today was... well, we do enough of complaining about the gang problems on here, but giving no solutions. All we're doing is just really complaining. You get what I mean? Trying to hammer it in that there is a problem. Because that's without a doubt. Now, what can we do to fix this problem? Or how can we fix this problem? The answer is easy and hard at the same time. How to prevent people getting into gangs is very easy, bro. All of us have the answer. Each homie has the answer to this. They know, we know, you know what I mean? Some, haven't realized it yet, but they know what it is. One of the questions when you ask a gang member, why did he get into a gang? He often says he just wanted to belong, right? He just wanted to fit in. Now, there's a reason why you wanted to fit in and belong. Because you felt like you didn't belong anywhere else. That's the reason why. Including your family. We love our jefas and our jefes. They were working hard. They're good people. You know what I'm saying? Well, some gentes, parents are good people. So I understand, why people, tend to... just try to blame themselves. But you're a child. How could you blame yourself? You didn't know what the hell you were doing at that age. You know what I mean? You didn't know the decisions you were making. No 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old knows what the hell they're doing, or or what they want in life, or you know what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, we would let them just go out into the world and live life. But you see how they still need parents' guidance, because obviously they're still a child, because that part of the brain hasn't developed yet. Those are the facts. Go look up the research. The reason why the drinking age is certain, and why you're not adult until you're 18. These are all statistics. Studies that have been done. So clearly they need guidance. Now, so clearly they weren't being guided. You know what I mean? They weren't being shown the way. They weren't given the proper lessons and morals, of life. You wanna stop gangs? Take care of your kids. Be a parent for your kids. But not, when I mean be a parent for your kids, I don't mean buy them stuff and give them food. That's not being a parent. That's not what a parent is. Most of our, parents, being, hardworking Hispanics, they were always working. So the mom was normally, either a house mom or herself worked, whatever. But they were in their own world, cooking and cleaning and, on their own thing, you know what I mean? And the dad's always at work, whether it's 2 jobs or whatever. And then when he's home, he's either watching TV in his own little world, or, he's drinking with his friends. And you're just right there like, what the hell's going on? And then you can never really talk to them because they're always snapping. So it's like, you don't even want to come to them with problems because they come at you some type of way. So you're just like, you're keeping it bottled up inside, and you just don't know what to do because you're going through puberty, all these new hormones. You start getting all these new thoughts in your head. You don't really know what the hell to do. You know what I mean? And the thing is that we want our parents' acceptance. It's why we get happy when we come home from school with an A, or we're gonna do a play or that. You want the parents to be there. You want to always impress your parents. One of the things why my kids love reading is because ever since they were small, whenever they would tell me something, even if I already knew, I'll be like, oh my god, that's incredible, I never knew that, like what else? And then they would keep telling me, and they seen that I was getting excited, whatever. So it motivated them to keep wanting to read and learn, that because they always, even to this age, even to the age that they're at now, they still keep telling me this stuff that they learned in school, like, oh, Dad, did you know this, and that? And I still be like, damn, what the hell? That's crazy. Even though I already know the stuff, but, be enthusiastic, be, interested in what they do, because they want to impress you, you know what I mean? They want to, they want to impress you, you know what I'm saying? Because you're their idol, you're their role model. Now, if you keep always going like, oh yeah, oh that's cool. Okay. We'll talk later. Not right now. I'm watching the game. Or vete para allá. Estoy hablando con mis amigos. You know what I mean? Those are things you should never do to a child, because that child then feels like whatever he's doing and whatever he's got going on is not important, bro. So then he feels not important, even though you know that you love him and that's not how you mean it. They don't know that because they're experiencing new hormones. Common sense is not so easy to a child at that age. That's the real talk. You know what I mean? Things I would say is, play board games together, have conversations, be interested, play activities together, at least for an hour a day. It doesn't hurt nobody. If you do these things, and now they feel like they have a connection and bond with you, so they don't need to go make a connection with nobody else. The reason why these kids keep running to the streets to make connections is because they feel like they don't have any connections at the house. That's the reality of it, bro. Now, I'm not saying that doesn't make our parents bad people, bro. It doesn't. They're going through their own battles, and they really don't know how the science works. So, look, this is a learning process. You know what I mean? Because even with evolution, right? Because, it's like we're getting rid of our animal habits, behind. You know what I mean? Because we keep evolving. That's the beauty and why we're the best race. You know what I mean? The human species, pues, because we're able to learn and adapt. You know what I mean? While other creatures on this planet can't. Well, to a certain extent. So that's the fascinating thing about it. You know what I mean? So it's a learning process. As we learn, what we thought was good before, now we realize it isn't good, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So we keep learning. So these are learning things. I'm not saying that they did it on purpose or they're bad parents for it or whatever. It's a learning process, bro. You know what I mean? Sad to say, sometimes you need chaos or errors in order to improve in life, in order to see what we need to improve on and to better ourselves. You know what I mean? That's why you should never be ashamed of your mistakes that you make in life, because if you learn from them, it makes you a better person. You know what I mean? One thing, people always ask me is like, if I could go back in time, would I do it all over again? And the truth of the matter is, I don't know. I want to say no because of all the pain and all the shit that comes with this life and all the, this madre. But at the same time, if I didn't go through all of that, then I wouldn't have the knowledge that I have now in order to provide guidance. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Because it made me who I am today. But if I didn't have this knowledge, would I be arrogant, stubborn? Would I be just like the rest of these people that just want to talk shit to these individuals and not help? You get what I'm saying? So, I don't really know. You know what I mean? You should never be ashamed of any mistakes that you ever made. You know what I mean? Because as long as you learn from them, it only means you're a better person today. You know what I mean? Who you were yesterday is not who you are today. You know what I'm saying? So, it's very important, bonding time. We're a social species, bro. Despite what any individual out there wants to say, bro. We are not meant to be isolated, bro. We're not. We're meant to mingle and conversate and bond with individuals. That's just the way humanity is. And don't give me that shit that like people are like, nah, I don't need none of that. Because the fact that they're bitter individuals and saying all the shit that they're saying, it already means that they're already butthurt, bro. Meaning, that they did have emotions attached to this, because you're lashing out with emotions. So how are you gonna say you don't have any emotions towards that if you're lashing out with emotions, bro? Come on now. Clearly it's evident. You know what I mean? That's how we are. Our emotions get the better of us. You know what I mean? It's hard to keep our emotions intact. We're very emotional creatures. You know what I mean? Even those guys out there that want to act tough and everything like that, I'm not here to impress nobody or try to act like I'm some super tough guy or whatever. Vatos get in their feelings as well, as females. Not as much though, because obviously males have more testosterone, and so that's why we're able to keep them more intact than women. You get what I'm saying? But overall, in general, we're very emotional creatures. You know what I'm saying? We want a sense of belonging. We want to be recognized and etc. Despite what people are gonna want to say, I can already see it in the comments. it is the truth of the matter. You know what I mean? So when you're stuck in a home and your parents are just doing their own thing, you know what I mean? You're just right there. I know people want to say that, no, you knew what you were doing, you know what I mean? Because, at that age, you want to believe that you knew what you were doing. But let's face it, at the age of 14, 13, 12, 11, this age that we get into these neighborhoods, my boy, we don't know what the fuck we're doing or what we want or we just think we do, dog. We think we got this shit in the bag. We think we know it all. We think que Simon carnal, but we don't, fool. We need our parents' guidance, homie. And if our parents are not there to guide us, my boy, we get lost. That's real talk. You know what I mean? Us as the parents, we're supposed to guide them. You know what I mean? Teach them. Don't let them learn by themselves. You know what I mean? Why are you going to put them through all of that when you could have prevented it? I'm not saying hold their hand through everything in life. Just guide them. You know what I mean? Consejos and all of that. And bonding time. You know what I mean? Because that's your child. And at the end of the day, he wants to bond with his parents regardless. You know what I mean? Their age. You know what I'm saying? That's who they look up to. That's who they really want to impress. So when that bond is not there and it just turns into negativity and bitterness because, you start building up resentment, you know what I mean? That's why a lot of these individuals, it takes them a while to snap out and realize that, damn, I've been hurting my head for this whole entire time. Don't think that you just like, oh, now you have the answer. No, it's that now when people start thinking like that, it's when that part of the brain already develops. You know what I mean? So now you start feeling remorse and etc. Some. You get what I'm saying? So, it's the process that's already built like that. When people try to say that's not true, the science is wrong. Okay, yeah, because it magically happens to be around roughly this age that all of a sudden you started thinking differently, huh? It goes to show that when you're younger, you're gonna make dumb choices and everything if you're not properly being guided, bro. So you don't got it in the bag. You don't know what you were doing. The decision wasn't all yours. You just think that, you know what I mean? Because obviously, now that you're an adult, you see that you were the one that's at fault now, and not your parents or whatever. Because now you're looking at it from the common sense of an adult. But you have to go back and think of it from when you were a child and those feelings you were thinking, how you were seeing the situations. Because obviously you don't have that part of your brain where you're able to see the overall vision. But the adults are, because they're the adults already. So they're supposed to be like, okay, if I don't guide them, they're going to get lost. Now, when they choose to ignore that, you know what I mean? And they want to complain that why their kids get lost. Bro, what you doing? And I'm not saying that, like I said, I'm not saying that they do it intentionally. But you got to be there in your kids' lives. You got to spend time with them. I find it weird that people don't know why that their kids ever say the N-word or bad words or that they were over here, over there. Like, how is it you don't know your child? Like how do you not know that there's something going on with your kid, bro? Like what you be doing with yourself, bro? It's crazy, bro. You know what I mean? Most individuals, like I said, it's just that bonding. But that's a proper way, you know what I mean? And I do believe in building more school activities, after school activities, for those who coming from troubled homes, some therapy lessons as well. And I mean from elementary and middle school, not high school. That's already too late, bro. We got to start from before when they hit there, because these problems start happening when we're in elementary and in middle school. By the time we're in high school, my boy, we already practically all the way in, bro. It's already too late there. You got to start before we get to that point. We really want to fix the problem. But I'm just saying these are just some, of my ideas. I'm not saying like I have the answer or these are right. These are just my ideas and theories and all of that. So don't think that I'm coming in, I have the answer. No, this is just my, suggestions and points of views. But what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Do you agree, disagree? I like to hear what individuals have to say, even if they're disagreeing with me. I like to see it from different points of views. It helps me better grasp the scenarios and the psychology behind people's mental. I don't know. I find conversations like that fascinating. But I'm just saying, go ahead and leave in the comments if Shadow we out.